Hello, this is Keela, and I have some old writings to share with you today. And the first one is an essay that I wrote when I was about 12 years old, and I apologize up front for my poor use of language, and I don't mean any harm to any person, religion, or country. This was my understanding at the age of 12. Freedom. What does it mean? Freedom is mainly just plain being free, but freedom does have many different meanings and means different things to different people. For instance, to one person, it might mean the right to freely express his or her own opinion of what kind of government they want for rulers over their taxes and so on. Freedom is not to be taken the wrong way, though. Some people tend to disobey the law. Even though you have your freedom, you must not break the law. If you do so, your freedom shall be taken away from you for certain periods of time. There are many freedoms on the Bill of Rights, but I shall not attempt to name but a few. Yes, I actually talk that way in writing, a little bit stuck up. For one, there's freedom of religion. Freedom of religion is what the United States of America was mostly founded on. Freedom of religion is the free choice of whether you're Baptist, Catholic, Protestant, Jew, or Methodist, etc. For two, there's freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is the freedom to criticize your government and tell your own opinion of how things should be done. There are other types of freedom as well. One of those freedoms would be the right to get a good education, whether you're white, Negro, or Indian. Also, freedom to work for your living and to get what you deserve. People of the United States gained their independence from Great Britain in 1776. Now, in 1977, every man that follows the law and takes up residence in the United States is considered a free man. Lots of people seem to take their freedom for granted. We are all living in a free country, and we should be glad we are not living somewhere like Russia. Sorry, Russia. I know one thing, though. I'm proud to have my freedom, with a capital F. I don't know if you can see that, freedom. Okay. And I apologize. I know it sounds very naive, and I was very naive. I only knew what I was taught in school, mostly, or what I'd read in books. And I didn't really know anything about religions other than Protestant or what it was like to live in another country. And I certainly didn't know much about Russia other than we were in the Cold War, which thankfully we're not now, and I hope we don't return there, because I'd really like to get to know the people more. I think the architecture is lovely. By the way, the onion domes, fabulous. And now I'm going to skip ahead to October 5th, 1984 for 3 poems. They're untitled, and they're a little bit dark. I apologize for that. Thankfully, I'm no longer in that dark place. I've come out, and there was light again, thankfully. But at this time, this is how I felt. Tomorrow is just another day, out of sight, although in mind. The day that counts is this today. For as far as the future's concerned, we're blind. So it makes no sense to plan too far ahead. Tomorrow the world may end or find us dead. And today has enough worries and evil thereof. You can't trust to tomorrow, you see, no more than you can to love. I had had a very depressing breakup, and at this time I was actually suffering deep depression. And you'll see that here. What has happened to my heart? I feel I've lost the largest part. I feel I've lost the ability to love. What has happened to my heart? Did someone take it far away? Did they break it beyond repair? Have I lost it for all time? Have I lost the will to care? It isn't fair I should feel nothing, no pleasure after all the pain. It isn't right I can't love another or feel the sunshine once again. And here's another. It isn't right that I feel nothing for the knight who rescued me. It isn't right, for I should love him in return for loving me. I do care, and I am thankful, but beyond that I just don't know. I'm not in love, though I am something. It's just not right, that much I know. For he's been faithful, and he loves me. I only love him as a friend. What can I do, confess and hurt him, or keep on playing and pretend? I do not wish to hurt him, for he's held me in my distress, and tried to piece me back together with sweet love and tenderness. Should I repay such kindness with such apathetic heart's desire? I can't tell him I don't love him, even though I am a liar. And that is really sad to me. But at that time, as I said, I was suffering from a very deep depression over the loss of another love, and never forgot that one. So anyway, live and learn. Now I'm going to skip ahead to September 28th, 1994, and this is just a little weird thing I found. I was doing a class on career values, and they had this card sort planning kit. That's hard to say, sorry. Copyright 1994 by Richard L. Nodell. Career Research and Testing Incorporated. 2005 Hamilton Avenue, Suite 250, San Jose, California, 95125. Okay, so here's my assignment. Career decision. Trying to qualify for and earn a promotion in state government versus staying in the position I'm currently in. UI Tax Administration. That's unemployment insurance tax, by the way. Values. Number 1, friendships. Not relevant to the job. 2, advancement. Being on the promotional list would somewhat pacify my need for advancement. It is frustrating that no matter how well you do in your job, you cannot advance. That is the truth. 3, security. I have as much security as is possible in the job, in my current job. 6 months probation would be a little uncomfortable, but not unbearable. In state government, every time you get a new position, you get 6 months probation in which they can toss you back. 4, exercise competence. I'm fairly competent in my current job, and it would take time to learn a new job, or new job duties. 5, help society. I believe working in government is of some benefit to society, but I'm not sure that tax is really my idea of helping. Perhaps another agency might provide more direct aid. 6, moral fulfillment. Tax is not very morally fulfilling. 7, knowledge. Another job would help me to expand my knowledge of state government and how it works behind the scenes. I do have more I could learn, however, at the agency I'm currently employed in. 8, creative expression. This, as with number 1, are more important to me in my personal and home life at present. Being able to share my opinions with my boss and coworkers is important, though. Okay, conflicts, followed by means of conflict resolution. Security versus advancement. These two values seem to conflict, but advancement affords the opportunity to broaden my scope with new knowledge. That in itself tends to lean me in the direction of seeking advancement. Need more education for advancement. I've only recently begun to take classes, but I feel this is definitely a step in the right direction. I already have 5 credit hours in computer use. I'm currently taking 5 credit hours, and to qualify for promotion I need at least 16. I should be able to complete that by summer's end 1995. Less time for friends. Hopefully my friends will understand and be supportive. Most already are. I have learned that I am responsible for my own job satisfaction, and I can now put name to my before vague dissatisfactions. I don't have to remain forever in a job that doesn't fulfill some spiritual as well as physical need. As a result of my learnings on the values card sort, I plan to change my major and pursue a career more suited to my outlook on life. This will not happen overnight, but by pursuing an education, I already feel a little better about my present and my prospects for the future. Only time and cost intimidate me at this point. I actually paid for those classes at the time, and then the very next year, 1 year later, I was filing for divorce after 10 years of marriage to my first husband, and I bought a house the same year I turned 30. It was a little bit of a 30-year-old early midlife crisis for me, I guess. and I didn't get back to school until 2005, Indiana Wesleyan Night School. So anyway, that's a little bit from the past. We had 1977, 1984, and 1994. And one little thing I'd like to show you here is this is little Keela in first grade. Keela K. Sells, first grade, October 1971. These guys love one another. Take care of yourself. Talk to you later.